Hi, welcome. Donna with Yoga for You. And today I want to offer you something a little different. And this is called the 5 Tibetan Rites. And the 5 Tibetan Rites are a form of Tibetan Yoga that are said to be more than 2,500 years old, and which were first brought to light in a publication by Peter Kelder called The Eye of Revolution, which was written in 1939. Kelder claims that this series of exercises was used by Tibetan monks to live long, vibrant, and healthy lives. Our glandular system governs youth and vitality. The 5 Tibetan rites are said to normalize hormonal imbalances in the body by stimulating energy flow in our glandular system and energy centers, which are referred to as our chakras. The 5 Tibetan rite exercises, or kriyas, are simple. You don't need a lot of space to do them, or you don't need any special props. And they can be done in about 10 or 15 minutes, depending on how many times you repeat the series. This sequence of stretches strengthens the main muscles of the body and may improve your balance as well. So we're going to just start with a smaller number. I recommend, if you're just starting, maybe start with 3 repetitions of each movement and progressively increase. And the idea is that we make our way up to 21 reps. Today, I think we'll do 11. So if 11 doesn't feel right for you, then of course, work through that. You can pause it and do more, or you can just pause it, do less, and then fast forward. So the key is to start slowly and build up the number of repetitions that feel right for you. Some of the exercises may be more challenging for you, so don't push yourself. Let's begin with some full diaphragmatic breaths. So sit up nice and tall. Just place a palm on your lower abdomen. Allow the eyes to close. Inhale through the nostrils. And draw that breath all the way down into the low belly, feeling it gently expand into the palm. Exhale out fully through the nostrils. Feel the belly gently being drawn back in towards the body. This full diaphragmatic breath helps to trigger the parasympathetic nervous response in our body, which is that rest and digest, where we ultimately would like to be. So let's just take a few more rounds of breath here together. And after that next exhalation, let's just pause. And we're going to make our way up to standing. So the first rite is referred to as spinning. Now, if you have any issues, especially issues with balance, maybe multiple sclerosis, anything like that, this may not be for you. Or if you suffer from any vestibular issues such as vertigo, you may want to skip this one. It's pretty challenging. I'm going to move my mat up a little bit so that I'm not hitting the wall, okay? So this helps stimulate the chakras. However, excessive spinning can actually overstimulate the chakras. So we're going to come to a stand. Step feet a bit wider. Arms are going to extend straight out into a T. Now, I personally like to make a fist with my right hand and turn my thumb up so I have something to gaze at, that drishti point. We always are going to move in a clockwise direction, keeping your breath steady. If you begin to get too dizzy, you need to slow down or stop. So like I said, I'm going to do 11 today. You choose what you want to do. And we're going to begin. Gaze on that right thumb and only spin as fast as you feel comfortable. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Now pause and keep your gaze on your thumb until you feel that dizziness subside. And then bring the palms together at your heart. Just gaze down for a moment, so we get our equilibrium back. And then release the hands. So let's move on to that second right. So we're going to come down onto our backs. So during this second right, it's important to practice rhythmic breathing, as it is through all of them. And you should continue the same breathing pattern in between repetitions. So we're going to lie on our backs, legs extended, arms at your side, palms on the floor. As we inhale, the head lifts up and we lift our legs up. Chin comes towards the chest. As we exhale, we release back down. Now, if you feel that's too much to have the legs extended, lifting like that, you can always bend your knees and work at tapping the toes and drawing back up, and try to work it that way. So here we go. And breathe in, and then lift your head and exhale. Inhale, exhale. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. And release down and pause. If you're feeling a little tension in the neck, just rock your head a little from side to side. Good, and then draw those knees in and rock yourself up to a seat. Now take a little time between the exercises, the kriyas. We're going to come up into the third right. And this one is, we refer it to kind of back bending or camel pose in yoga. So you're going to kneel on the floor with your hips aligned over your knees, straighten your spine, and we're going to place our palms either on the buttocks or on your thighs, and that depends on your flexibility through the shoulders, through the spine, how it works best for you. Roll your shoulders open, and the idea here is that we're going to inhale, lift the gaze, opening up the heart, a little bit of a back bend. As we exhale, the chin is going to tuck slightly, just a very slight forward fold, not much, okay? So here we go. Inhale, exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Find that steady breath. And now we're going to move into that fourth right. And this is a moving tabletop, or if you're familiar with in yoga, it's called Provotanasana. So we're actually going to sit on the floor and extend your legs straight. This one's a little bit more challenging, I find. Palms are going to come down on the floor at your sides. Idea is that the fingertips face forward towards the feet, but if your shoulders are real tight, you might actually feel a little more comfortable rolling those fingertips out to the side a little bit, and you'll see why. So we start here, and with our next inhalation, we bend the knees. The hips are going to move forward and up into a reverse tabletop. And then when we come down, those hips have to slide back so we end up in the same spot. Otherwise, you're going to be moving all the way forward or back on your mat. Okay, shoulders back. Take a breath in. Exhale it out, and here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Smooth and easy breath. We're going to move into our last rite. It's the 5th rite. And it's basically a down dog and an up dog. Now, this one I want you to pay particular attention to what's going on in the low back. Because as we drop down and you begin to fatigue, what can happen is you don't catch yourself in the lower abdominals and you just drop the hips down and it's all low back. We just kind of dump into the low back. So we have to move through this with a lot of awareness to this engagement of the core. So we're going to come onto all fours, curl your toes under, get ready, and exhale your way up to down dog. So I'll do one just to show you. So from down dog, I'm going to engage my core, meaning zip those snug low riding jeans. I'm going to come forward, inhale, press back, exhale. I'm keeping my feet, my toes on the mat. I'm not, when I come into up dog, I'm not curling my toes flat. All right, too much movement there. So here we go, starting your down dog. Inhale forward, exhale back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Release down to your knees and find a child's pose. Allow the breath to regulate. You can complete this practice just by staying in child's pose or lying on your back in Shavasana and relaxing if you would like. Allowing the body to return to a sense of homeostasis or that balance. Or if this was your warm-up to your yoga practice, take a moment in child's pose before proceeding with your practice. This was a demonstration of the 5 Tibetan rites. Idea is that we do them every single day and eventually work up to 21 repetitions of each kriya or exercise. But do what feels right. So today we worked at 11. So I picked kind of a halfway point so you could get an idea. Maybe you needed less, or at least through some of them. Maybe you could add more, but don't push yourself, all right? We don't want to overstimulate the energies within the chakras. We want to have that really nice balance. So we create that strength and vitality. So I hope you enjoyed these 5 Tibetan rites, and stay tuned for further videos on Yoga for You with Donna. Thank you and namaste.